Hey, Roland Martin here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I tell you, today I'm going to show you a few of the ABCs on fishing a timbered lake and a grassy lake in the central part of the U.S. around southern Oklahoma. There's a lot of hydrilla and a lot of timber. And I'm going to just show you a few things about how I fish a plastic worm. Now, it's just the how-to format. We're looking for schools of fish. It's hot summertime. Right now, the heat index is over 100 degrees. It's been 105, 106 degrees all day today. It's late in the afternoon now, so I came back out to fish and show you a few things about what I'm doing. Well, first of all, I'm rigging everything up on a 4-aught EWG hook. I have a nice long worm with a screw-in 3/16 ounce weight. And the whole secret to today's fishing is to try to get a real good cast to the edge of the brush. No, that's a bad cast. Okay, I'm gonna throw it to the edge of that brush right there. And there's some grass right in the water. It's actually a grass bed in here, and I looked at it at a depth finder. It's all 8 or 10 feet deep here, and there's 5 or 6 or 7 feet deep on the top. So there's like a grassy point here. So we found structure. What is structure? Structure is that irregular feature. In this case, it's a grassy point at the edge of the timber. And so I'm going to show you a few things about how I'm working the worm and how I'm setting the hook and how I'm approaching this whole thing. I'm watching the Panoptics on the front, and I can see that we have, by rotating it around, I see that we have a big fish out there right out. I see the fish in the water right now. He's right out in front of the boat about 15 feet out, and he's about right there. He's a big fish. See if he bites. I don't know if he's going to bite or not. That was a Panoptics fish that I saw. It's actually he didn't bite. Okay, I'm going to forget about that fish. I'm going to forget about that one. I'm going to throw right back over here. Okay. Okay, now I did see a fish on the depth finder. It might have been a garfish, might have been something other than a bass. But right now I'm throwing into the grass. I'm just counting down, and I know it's right on the bottom. And notice I'm keeping a high rod. I'm keeping a really high rod right now, and that's important to keep a high rod. And right now, get the rod up high. The rod being high gives you maximum sensitivity. I can feel the bottom better than anything else. Keeping the rod high. Okay. Just kind of keep it along here and see what happens. See if I can't find another fish. Just now, also being the hot summertime, you want to set the hook pretty fast, because one of the worst things that can happen in the summertime is that these hungry bass will swallow the hook. So I've purposely taken the barb, and I've reduced the barb. Uh-oh. He's on some grass right then, kind of pulling it loose. Oh, he's got it, he's got it, he's got it, he's got it. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. I pulled it loose in the grass, and you see, I was caught in the grass, and I just kind of punched it loose, and he was right on the top of the grass, and that's a nice little bass. It's not anything giant, but hey, and with the hook barb depressed, the hook comes right out real easy. A nice little fat one. Okay, so let me go through that scenario again. And I'm using Jimmy Houston's boat right now. I'm in southern Oklahoma and fishing some of the lakes around his house. And so I'm not even fishing my tackle. This happens to be a lucky strike worm. And the nice thing about it, it's red, and it seems like the red's really a good color. And it's a big worm. I'm using a screw-in weight. And again, I'm using all Jimmy's tackle for the most part. I did bring my own rods and reels, and this is that Solace 8-to-1 reel, a favorite reel. It's my favorite, but it's made by Favorite. And this is the Pro Series favorite rod, which Scott and I helped develop and design. It's a 7.3 medium heavy action. 50-pound test braid, because there's a lot of heavy cover right here. I'm going to throw past that tree again. And again, I was caught in the tops of some grass. And when I did, I just kind of feed it down, And I kind of shake it loose. It's on the bottom. Kind of ease it along until I'm into some grass. Into some grass. I haven't hit the grass yet, but there, I'm in some grass right now. I'm pulling it up on some grass. Well, I didn't bite it that time, but that was a good looking place. Now the grass bed runs out just a little bit farther to the right, so I'm going to try. There won't be much grass there, but there might be a little bit of grass right in there. I'm going to try it, just to try it, see what happens. Let it sink to the bottom. Watch my line. It's going down pretty good. Sometimes they hit it on the fall. Sometimes they hit it on the fall. They didn't hit it then. Just kind of ease it along. It's 11 and a half feet deep right here. And I see some grass going right there. There's in some grass right there. Ooh, that's perfect. There's a strike. I got him, son. I got him right underneath the boat. Good one, too. Big bass. Big bass. Yes, sir, son. I got him. I got him. Nice bass. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let him go. Nice little fish. Yes, sir. Okay. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Beautiful evening, isn't it nice? Finally, it got below 100 degrees. A little bit of breeze. And it's funny with this dry humidity. If you have the right shirts on and the right kind of clothes, you don't get too hot. So I came out here at about 5 o'clock this evening. Now the sun's just about down. It's almost 8 o'clock, and so I'm only going to have enough time for one more fish. One more fish is all I probably want to be able to have. Not many fish. But I showed you a few things about how I work grass beds, and with the worm in the hot summertime, particularly on these timbered and grassy lakes in the southern part, Texas, Oklahoma, all these kind of places. See, I lived here for 10 years. I lived in Oklahoma, and of course, at the time I was with Jimmy Houston, and Jimmy was in Tahlequah at the time, and now recently he's moved down south, the south part of Oklahoma, and so we're discovering a lot of lakes in the north part of Texas, and down in the southern Oklahoma, there's just a whole bunch of lakes to fish. It's been pretty productive in this area. And there's a lot of reservoirs. There's a lot of what we call watershed lakes, like this one, that are really pretty cool. Okay, let's see if we can't catch one more fish. I'm popping right through there, just right through the grass, just perfect. Let's see if we can't get one. I'm pulling right through the grass just right. I'm just kind of right on the top of it. I'm just kind of pulling along. And even if I don't catch one, I've shown you a few things about what I'm doing to catch them. It's a pretty cool deal. This grass bed now, it actually runs all the way in. I could keep fishing it for an hour or so, all the way up to the shoreline, and that's fine. That'll work, and you catch fish all along it. But this end, the end is the main deal. In other words, if you want to find the school of fish, it'll be on the point of the grass, not just all along it. But there's fish all along this grass bed. I catch them back from the point, of course. And this is a pretty big grass bed. It could be 30, 40 bass here, spread out all over the place. make a nice long cast, let it sink down. I kind of watch my line. I'm really watching the line a lot. Even though it's kind of hard to see, it's kind of a camouflage line. I'm just really watching it for any kind of twitch. And there I'm kind of moving along now. He was right in the grass then. He didn't bite it. Come on. There's some good, really good grass right there. Some really good grass. Huh. Well, I've shown you a few things or two about how I fish these lakes, and I appreciate you watching this channel. And in fact, there's one right there, a little one. Well, it's the last one of the day. I was kind of reeling it in. I was gonna stop fishing anyhow. It's late in the day, and I lifted it up to reel it in, and he just zoomed up and caught the thing right as it was coming off the grass bed. So anyway, that's how I fish these grass beds. I look for the points. And in the hot summertime, you find schools of fish, nice little bass. It's just a lot of fun. And I'm using a worm. In this case, happens to be one of Jimmy's worms, but it works good. It's a big old red thing with 50-pound test braid too, by the way. So folks, hey, hit that subscribe button. If I've taught you a few things, I hope I have, and the likes will help a lot. And O'Reilly and all my people at Bass Pro Shop, they all get excited about your participation as well. Hey, so thanks again, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.